Such a cool... I forgot about this part. We're here to vibe. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Lady Sadie Bear! Welcome in, how are you? Isn't this a bop? Butt spot. I forgot about that part too. I love this! It's a great song. It's a great song. Okay. Whoa! Okay, very abrupt though. Very abrupt. I'm gonna lower it a little bit again because I think it's just always very loud in me. In my earphones, I mean, not in me. For me, I think I meant to say. You did get the lyrics right. I think. That's how I remember them. Life is lifing. I hear that. I hear that. Well, we're chilling. Oh, ads in like 3.5 minutes, guys, by the way. I hope life isn't lifing too bad. I hope it's like decent lifing, you know, like manageable lifing. At the bare minimum. At the bare minimum. Even better is even better. Good to see you, Lady Sadie Bear. So, we have a journal. How do I get to the journal? To do, because I forgot where we left off. We haven't found what's his face yet. Oh, right. We have to find a shovel or something to dig up. That little mound in the middle of a fairy circle. We might regret that. It's gonna get crazy. We also have to find a way into the postmaster's storeroom where I might have a shovel. So I wonder if... Here's my idea. Here's my idea. So there's that guy who's right next to the postmaster thing. He's like, yeah, I have to watch it for him. No one can get in. We have to get him good and drunk, right? That's what I'm thinking, because he wants to get a drink. He wants a drink with us, because we're, like, from London. We're the city folk. He wants a drink with us. Pretty girl from London. You know. That's my... Let's see if it works. See if we can get him. I muted myself? Wait, can you guys hear me? Okay. Alright, yeah, I don't know what's going on for you. That's weird. Very weird. Usually more open when they're drunk. Also easier to trick.
Hello.
Good day.
Oh, look, we can only talk to him about the bar anyway.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
We're gonna get him fucking hammered.
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch.
Good girl.
I believe he built that in 1828.
Hey, Storm.
In Newcastle, of course. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait.
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
That didn't
Couldn't even
work.
get a word in.
He likes a good chin wag, our Henry.
He certainly does.
What can you tell me about Henry?
Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
God. I guess Windows just decided a different audio output was in order. Oh no! Is it all good though now? Can you hear me okay? One drink, 1 5-liter drink. Oh my god. That's a lot of ale. This is so northern. Okay, good, Ulrim. How are you doing, Storm? Welcome in. What can he tell us about Lord Panswick?
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
Who's Kenneth
My
again?
assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
Leonard Shoulder? Who's this again?
I found Mr. Shoulders home.
Oh,
thanks
yeah.
to the help of Father Roach.
The reason we're out here.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me.
And one more. How's
I've
Barrow?
decided to find Hobbs Barrow without Mr. Shoulders' aid.
Are you sure that's a wise idea, lass?
Yes.
What other choice do I have? I have a feeling he is avoiding me. Do you know where I can find the Barrow?
So sorry, guys.
No, sorry. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Alright. So... he's drunk. Did he move? No, I didn't mean to click on that.
I don't think anyone is home.
He can take the drink apparently though, I guess. I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm also doing pretty good. Fuck, it didn't work.
Hello.
Good day.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
It didn't work.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
We have to get him really drunk.
The rear wheels are powered by coupling rods, would you believe? The boiler had 2 flue tubes.
What is he talking about?
There were nothing like it. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait.
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Okay, he left the drink. He put the drink
Curses.
down.
I'm starting to feel somewhat tipsy. I'm here to excavate Hobbs Barrow, not Hobbs Barrels.
Sometimes water is a wiser option. What do I do? We don't have a shovel. Or do we?
I've hung my dress inside. Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty.
Where do I get a
I've
shovel?
stored my case in there. A box within a box. I don't wish to carry the bowl around with me.
Can I
I
get
have nothing
water?
else to ask for the time being. Stanley is yet to set the fire for today. Hello.
Good day.
How many
Can I
times
buy
have
you
to
another
do?
drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
I don't know what else to do to get this guy away from the fucking door. Don't you have to take a piss or something?
Bewley is the latest of many additions to the Midland Railway line. Speaking of change, I hear the whole frontage of Derby Station is being rebuilt. Designed
I'm gonna end
by
up
an
really
architect
drunk.
by the name of 𝔬𝔰, if I remember correctly. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait.
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
So this isn't working.
Mr. Long can really put away a drink. Thank goodness I've switched to water.
Oh, we switched to water. Thank goodness. I was like, oh, this one's gonna end well for us. But how many drinks do I have to buy this dude? Have to drug him, I guess? Oh my god. Maybe. Can you get away from the doors, sir?
Hello.
Good day.
How about another
Can I buy
one?
you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
How many more railroad facts are we gonna learn today?
It really is great to have someone new to talk to. I've so many more stories to share. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait.
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Mr. Long can really put away a drink. Thank goodness I've switched to water.
Okay, we're getting the same dialogue now from us, but not from him. So I don't know. Do you know where I can get a shovel,
Hello?
sir? Hobbs
Do you know
Barrow.
where I can find Hobbs Barrow?
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows then?
Don't concern yourself.
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neb in. I look after the churchyard. Dig the graves.
There's a grave digger.
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
Quite.
So helpful.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Alright, well that was useless. Cool.
I can't reach the window from down here. I'd rather not go into those horrible toilets again.
How are we gonna dig up? I'm imagining we have like excavation supplies. In that box with the letter on it. There's, oh, it's probably just like a postage stamp.
Royal Mail, Postmaster's Residence. This must be the local post office.
I am stumped. What haven't I checked yet? I must be missing something. Bucket, a cart. This fucking guy. I don't even remember how to get to that ferry thing. Oh wait, maybe it was... Alright, that's where Jane is. Okay, so we're trying to find her doll. This is where we found the priest. This is where we met...
Lass, there's no way down.
Oh, right. Okay, a day hasn't passed yet since we had that dialogue. Alright. How do we find it? He's a grave digger. So the shovels by the grave. Can I just borrow one? Is there one I could, like, borrow?
This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
Is there like a shovel somewhere? No. Guys, I'm stumped right now. You hear the bells, and you know this is it.
I'd better not touch them. They could be poisonous.
But I want to touch the...
It looks like something has been buried in the middle.
Okay, can we just dig it out with our hands? Because I...
That's a peculiar idea.
No, it's not. I don't know. How do we get a fucking shovel? Or some sort of digging device?
Hello. Good day.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. Duplancy.
Let's see, maybe she'll have something.
Me? What would you possibly want to know about me? I've been attending St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
Cakes.
Your cakes look delicious.
I can assure you they are. You'll not find better in the entire county.
Can't wait to be able to get one once I can get past the fucking guy, Mr. Long. St. Edmund's
What can
Church?
you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building? It's been standing here since the 12th century. The box pews in the nave are very fine and date back to the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. Duplancy.
Father Roach's help?
Father Roach asked me not to discuss that with Mrs. Duplancy.
Oh.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Wretched man. They say he is restoring a chapel near his manor. But for whom and to what god, I ask?
The
Is he a
Fae.
man of faith?
I've barely seen him set foot in St. Edmund's. It doesn't stop him from acting as our God-given ruler. Stay away from him, pet. Don't get yourself tangled up in local affairs.
I certainly don't intend to.
I think it's already too late.
I'm trying to find Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs, what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
Trowel! Trowel! Trowel, 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 trowel.
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear.
I'm like, what's that
Father
thing?
Roach
What's that
won't
thing over
mind
there?
lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Promise.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Ho 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 ho. We go this way? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We're gonna upset some fairies. We're gonna piss off a little goblin.
Thomasina, please stop leaving your toys lying about the place. What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Stephen
Yes,
C.
it did.
Thank you for the follow.
Fetch it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame.
And welcome to the Forest of Spirits. Sorry. Dialogue. Wait, we're a little child again.
What's for supper, madame?
It'll be nothing but a glass of water and a worm if you don't fetch your dolly right this instant.
Hello, fairies. Hello, fairies.
So she knows.
There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Is this our father?
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine, she introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those
I have to
mushrooms
put it
over
back.
there?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
the
the
gateway
trowel.
to their kingdom.
Yeah, we'll
That's where
see.
Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
Lies
What do
and
you
slander.
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
But, Daddy...
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Please always remember that. If you hear anything about fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash. What is it?
Hogwash. Yeah, that, said you
Hogwash.
had
Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
nipples. Little pixel nipples. That's right. So she believed in fairies at
This
one
must be
point.
Jane's ragdoll.
That's horrid looking. Well, let's take the ragdoll.
Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of. How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it. At least I shall not return from Bewley empty-handed.
I'll have a hairpin. Oh look, yeah, we can drop off the little trowel on our way. See? How do I...
I'm not sure they would be interested.
Oh, I don't know how to actually bring it back. Oh, so where was Jane again? Jane was this way? Is that the girl's name? Time to get hogwash then, I guess. Faye BS is my favorite kind of BS. Same. Same. She's down this way, I believe. I got your horrid little doll.
I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle! I missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek.
Come back! It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
Same. Same though. Same.
Hey!
Alright. Are they gonna let us through?
Jane? Jane, get out of there. Don't make me come in.
Don't go in there.
Fine.
Oh no.
Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through.
Well, good thing we have a fucking trowel.
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand.
We're going in. We're going in. What are we gonna see?
Uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it.
Oh. I don't think that's a child.
Jane.
Oh, hell no.
Jane? Curses. The useless thing blew out. Jane? Jane! I can't see a damned thing in here. I need a light source.
Oh, Oh, that was our only match? We're gonna leave a child in this. Jane's hiding in what appears to be an underground cave system. I need a light source to investigate further.
Jane?
I had to collapse that tunnel with. Yeah, for real. This is safe. Oh, I hate that so much. Do you guys have a fucking lantern? There's a child. You guys have a lantern?
I'll let him get on with his work.
You don't have a... Oh, God. Okay, so there's just a child. It might be a child. I don't fucking know. He definitely won't have anything. Did anything get over here? No. Where would I find a light source?
I have one just like this.
Where? Where do we... Hi, little bird. Where do we have one just like that? Mr. Long! Move! Where's my light source?
The candle has melted. It's not much use anymore. Perhaps Mr. Kemp will replace it this evening.
I don't have a light source. Currently.
I must say...
Okay, we don't want to go back in the toilets. Valid.
I have nothing else to
Do you
ask
know?
for the
Do you
time
know,
being.
Barrow? Are you gonna have to do this at night? I don't think so. I think it's more like it's just so dark. Oh, you mean get into here at night? Break into here at night? Probably. But I don't know how we make that happen. And we haven't been able to get in here yet. This looks like a shoe store that just doesn't want to open.
No one here.
Maybe there's something in the church. We're just borrowing a lot of stuff from the church today. Anyone see? No. Maybe not. What's in here again?
It's locked.
Just haul out the big Easter candle. Something. I'm going in circles.
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
Henry Long.
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewley. Turns the
Bewley.
stomach, that does.
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
Bah! You're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewley lad. We've had the odd Barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now?
Yes.
Go on then, lass.
Follow me.
So then, he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?" And I says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they both lose their bark once they're dead."
Very droll, Cyril. Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider.
What if he has to be in here for Henry Long to stay in here? Because maybe he'll get mad. Let's see. Let's see. Let's try that. That feels like the only missing piece here. I need all
Hello.
my shit.
Good day.
You want another
Can I buy you
fucking
a-
drink?
I shall take you up.
Let us make
Let's go. Let's immediately get into a fight. Yeah. Fight.
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Idiot! That station is the worst decision this village has ever made!
There we go. Come on, go fight him.
Cyril Farnaby.
Farnaby.
A miserable man with miserable ideas. I
He's
will
not that
change
bad.
your mind even if it kills me.
Big, moist, wrinkly brain. It's so moist, so wrinkly. I'm gonna go break in to the post office now. Oh, yeah. And we have a hairpin to unlock the door with.
Locked, as expected.
No, we have a lock.
I need to get inside without attracting too much attention.
Yeah, it's called Lockpicking City. Oh, wait. Well,
Kenneth taught me this useful trick. A hairpin is much more than a
Yes,
hair
yes.
accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
yes, it should. Did we do it? Do it.
I've snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door.
Okay. That's good.
Let's open this envelope.
Yeah, I'm curious what's in the envelope.
There's a note inside.
Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. A matter of grave urgency has arisen in London, and I cannot join you in Bewley. I've packed your usual equipment, and pray you will find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch. Well, that sucks.
How very frustrating. I wonder what happened. I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back.
I don't know how
Moving
you're carrying
a fully
that.
laden crate through the village square was no easy task.
Yeah, hairpins are usually really tough. Usually. But yeah, in games they don't cut it. It's weird.
Somehow, no one was there to witness it. But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me. Wait.
What?
Where is my money? It's not in here. Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man. It looks like everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern.
Lantern.
It feels light. There mustn't be any oil inside.
Where's our money, though? What if the fairies
I'll
took
leave the
it?
rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here. No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient.
I would be having a full-blown
Still,
panic attack.
I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that Barrow and get on with the excavation.
Alright, well, we have a child to go find. How do we get there again? Need oil for the lamp, though?
I need paraffin to fuel my lantern.
Good catch, Laura. Good catch. Where the hell do I find that? Do you have stuff I can fuel my lantern with?
Good day.
Yes?
Lantern.
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None.
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
Trade?
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
What can I trade?
Surprise me.
I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, I collect them. This one is called an...
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
I wonder if we need
My
to chisel
true
one
interests
off.
lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Quite.
Memento mori. Bleh. Okay, so
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
I don't think I have anything right now to trade with him. I wonder if I have to chisel off a fossil. But that it was near where Jane was, I believe. Not here. Oh,
This is where I dug up Jane's ragdoll.
yeah, there's a little stinky baby right there. No, not this way. Okay, so I have to go this way. Well, I do love a fossil. That's what my wife says to me. Aw, gamer cans. Aha.
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece. The delicate flowers smell rather sweet.
Beck.
The water is icy cold.
Alright, let's get that lantern oil. Ah. There we go.
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that.
Ooh.
It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside.
Hell yeah.
There you are.
Alright, I have to go extract the dumb
Thank you,
child.
Mr. Crozier.
Alright. We have to go this way, I believe. Didn't even need to steal it. Nope. Look at us. Look at us being good and stuff. I
should fill the lantern with paraffin before I go in there. Fumbling in the dark may cause me to spill the oil.
True, true. How do I... Okay.
My
Hey,
lantern
Snowflake,
is
welcome
fueled
in.
and ready for action.
Hell yeah. Let's go in there. Older games in the past, for sure.
Right. Let's put this lantern to good use.
What are we gonna see? We're tunnel delving. Oh, that's the music.
Jane, come out at once.
That's not Jane. Was Jane a badger?
Goodness me.
Where the fuck did Jane go, though?
Jane!
Silly, what are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
You were in there.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting for you.
So where can I find Hobbs Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hobbs Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
She would be like a little girl in a white dress with dark, dark hair. That's such a... They're spooky. So north of the church, is that this way? Or is it Little Girl in Silent Hill the movie? Yeah. The badger was not the being that was laughing. It was definitely not, right? We were being tricked by the Fae. They know. We fucked up.
As I trudged through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Beaulieu thus far.
Yeah, let's reflect. Let's reflect a little
The
bit.
enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Beaulieu, who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobbs Barrow. The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear. In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
What? Condemned us to what fate? What?
This is not mine to take.
Okay. I'm glad she's not like... Hi! Oh, little baby.
Easy, girl.
Oh, it's a baby.
I'm not fond of goats at the best of times, but this one seems particularly disagreeable.
They're being fine. You're being dramatic. I guess I'm to knock on this door?
What do you want?
Introduce yourself.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye? What do you want, lass?
Looking for Hobbs
I
Barrow.
understand Hobbs Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why do you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the Barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Beaulieu by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
But... last time?
Was there a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Aye. Me brother dug it up. Must have been, what, 25 years ago? You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye. I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife, and I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much help.
Long in the tooth? What does that mean? That goat is indeed precious. She is not good with animals.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
I don't know, but something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. He couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
He lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The landers reclaimed it.
The other men?
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see.
The farm.
What can you tell me about your farm?
Samuel's fair side. We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble. All the other farmers round here raise livestock. Even Lord Panswick. We growt feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden.
His wife.
Is your wife home?
She's out in fields, lass. Pulling weeds. The curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married. I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye. My wife is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
No. I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution. You'll find a man one day.
I manage rather well without one, Mr. Bryden.
That's some old English. He is old. He is old. Leonard Shoulder.
You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time?
I hear about him now and
Oh,
then.
long in the
but it
tooth
must
means
be a good few
old.
years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫𝔰 Barrow?
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd. I assumed he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Not at all.
Sus! Tell me about your goat.
That's quite an intimidating goat you own.
The old girl does a better job of protecting this farm than any hound would. She still produces a lot of milk for us, so we forgive her temper.
Leonard
You
Shoulder.
say Mr. Shoulder is at death's door. What exactly ails him?
I'm unsure. It's just what I've heard. I wouldn't want to speculate on matters that are not my business.
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
He keeps us going. Most of our crops go to feed his animals.
What is he like?
Oh, I've hardly laid eyes on him. He sends his workers here to pick up the crops.
I see.
Alright, so can I dig?
Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫𝔰 Barrow?
No. Have you not been listening, lass?
I've been listening.
Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
Perhaps. But Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. You don't want to tempt the same fate, lass.
Perhaps I can at least see it?
Perhaps I can at least see 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫𝔰 Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
Proof?
You wish to see proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields. What proof have you of your claims?
You wish to see proof...
I can't let... What proof?
Thanks for your...
Ta-ra.
What?
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to excavate 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫𝔰 Barrow.
Leonard making bold promises, I see.
Very bold.
Don't make me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank you.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting outdo with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left. Just head straight across the top to the field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow, set on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
Hey, Cyberwraith, welcome in. My wife, she's fine. So you single? What riz? Alright. So, I guess we're gonna check out 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫𝔰 Barrow. Let's see, what's in our to-do list yet, though? Oh, no, that's it. Alright, let's do it.
I probably should have brought my umbrella.
Yeah. AR?
AR. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to.
I'm gonna get kidnapped by Faye.
Finally, here it is. 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫𝔰 Barrow.
Can you guys hear me? Oh, one
Indeed,
second.
A barrow of a most unusual rectangular form.
God damn it.
I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make
Okay.
a
As long as
fine
you can
entry
hear
for my
me
book.
in the
What
game.
secrets do you conceal, I wonder?
Okay, I'm gonna pause real quick. Actually, I'm gonna save just in case. Okay, let me just get this working again. Ah, it's one of those days. This free stream is disappointing now. Not at all silly enough. I know. It was like kind of normal looking. It's quite disappointing. Quite. Alright.
That smell. Earthy and sweet.
That smell, earthy and sweet, is the achievement.
3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come.
What is it? There's that troll.
Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make
Capital.
sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting.
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy. Now I'm ready.
Thomasina, we don't excavate with our bare hands.
Whoops. Trial in the dirt, whatever.
Nothing here.
How about this? Dirt. Don't tell me what to do, Dad. You're not my real dad.
No treasures here.
This one? What did Dad hide for us?
Treasure!
What did we get? A pot. A vase?
Daddy, I found the treasure! Look!
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious. Take good care of it, all right?
I will, Daddy.
Oh my
I
God.
promise.
Did we...
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I just thought it was to be...
In good time. I do have a feeling there is something exceptional to be discovered here. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate.
You don't know how we're gonna do that, girl. Does that still say AR on it? Okay, it does. I'm like, what if it changed? Be so spooky. It's dark.
Darkness falls quickly here. I should make my way back to the inn.
Ooh, foggy. Spooky. There's a light on in that one, that house. This... No, don't knock on the door. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. The light's on though. That's fucking sus. There's all these people here. A man.
Good evening, sir. I'll leave you to it.
Is that cat?
I don't wish to wake him up.
Oh, Herbert. Who are these guys?
Good evening, gentlemen.
What are you gonna do about him?
If he thinks he can take her away from here, he's got another thing coming. I am gonna knock his bloody block off.
Hey, Christmas, welcome in.
In fact, I can think of a better punishment. Oi, what do you want, lady? Piss off.
You heard the man.
Charming.
Indeed, charming.
Good evening, Mr. Crozier.
Evening. Thanks again for the fossil, lass. 'Tis truly a beauty.
You're most welcome. How long have you been collecting fossils?
Ever since I were a boy. The moors look a barren place, but there are plenty of fossils to be found in the rock formations. All manner of creatures to uncover.
Such a playground for a young lad. What's your favourite piece in your collection?
The ammonite you gave me today. The most recent is always the best.
Indeed.
What about you, lass? Do you collect out?
I do. You see, I'm writing a book on the Barrows of England. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England. I document all my findings.
But what do you collect?
Pottery, tools and such.
Bones too, no doubt.
No, I leave those in place.
You've got a morbid heart, lass. Fussing about in old graves like that.
We're not dissimilar in that we both take an interest in the remains of the long gone.
I suppose you have a point there. How's your book coming along, then?
Very well, thank you. Though I'm rather keen to begin my chapter on Hobbs Barrow. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Her calling them charming was her being sarcastic, Christmas. Yeah. He's old, might kill over any time. Maybe. What?
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. I found Hobbs Barrow.
Oh, remember what I said, Miss Bateman? There are stories connected to that place.
Yeah.
Yes, stories you won't elaborate on, I might add. Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
I have no doubt, but please leave that place be.
I've come this far, there's no turning back now.
That's precisely what worries me.
Can I order a
mug of
drink?
your finest ale, please.
Alright, who are we gonna sit and talk to, though?
There we are. That's 2 pence on your account.
Thank you. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Hello again, Cyril.
You're still here?
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewley Station?
What the hell do you think? Now bugger off and leave me to me drink.
He seems even more wound up than usual. A lovely place to warm oneself. A lovely I don't wish...
I mean, fuck it, go to bed then.
Time
Up to
for
bed.
Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
Wish you could, like, sit and talk with someone,
Miss
but...
Bateman,
Yes?
how are you?
Tired.
Can I buy you a drink?
Do I want to drink with this guy again? He's gonna buy us a drink. Let's do it.
One won't hurt.
Excellent. I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry.
More
I
info is
can't
good,
remember
right?
it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
I was thinking that maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened.
I'm not sure that's logical.
Yeah,
But
no.
worth trying?
I don't need any further convincing.
Take your seat, Miss Bateman. I shall return with the goods.
Alright, alright. I was hoping to sit and drink with someone.
To Leonard Shoulder.
Wherever he may be.
Indeed.
I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Why
Adds
did
in
Leonard
5
Shoulder
minutes.
ask you to dig up Hobbs Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally.
Our ally.
I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger. He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow opening paraphernalia you can imagine. Every stone carefully taken down, every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillett?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us. She had a horrible end, wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her. She would naught but bones by the end.
Christmas.
I can't get the image out of my mind.
Aw, this poor guy.
She were everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman. It's not appropriate.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor. My mother and
This
I.
poor guy.
Ever since I were a little one.
Chicken liver
She got a
nuts.
tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected at her favourite lookout spot on the moors. Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye.
That's a beautiful tribute.
Aye. If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr.
We've seen
Tillett.
that bench in the game.
I can relate in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him, and I visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was. I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
Dreadful. Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
Valid.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur.
Aww.
Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't. But I did. And another after that. And another.
And another and another. And Christmas, thank you so much for gifting us up to chicken liver nuts. How? Did you look that up? How did you? I love that. And Nocturne, welcome in. How are you? And thank you again, Christmas. I really appreciate the gift. The gifted sub. Visa debit card, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? It was random. I freaking love it. So appropriate. So just a perfect random this little thing. Hey, Death Traps, welcome in. How are you? Can you get a shout out for Death Traps? I don't know if I have a mod in chat. Hi. Oh, Bubby's cranky. Here, let me do it. Ugh. Oh no. I hope the game is about to crash. I don't know. Do you guys hear that? Sounds like a...
The frustrations of my visit to Bewley slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale.
Frustrations do tend to slip away with ale. With ale, indeed. Chicken liver nuts. Yeah, what a great username. Not too bad, thanks. Taking my second coffee for the day. Nice, nice. I'm due for my second cup of tea for sure. One became many. We're playing the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. We started this last week. It's been really, really cool. Really, really cool story so far. Based in English lore. It repaired itself. Yay! And yeah, of course, of course. Glad to hear you doing well. Bubby, do you want ale too? You can't have ale. He's like, why?
We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I. I treasure the memory.
Oh.
Go on then. Let's hear those pipes.
We're gonna sing?
Mustn't.
Oh, we're drunk.
Sing the song.
You're incorrigible.
Please. You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then.
Do we get to hear her sing?
Clasps, celts, and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull!
Very nice. Oh, our second night in Bewley. What the fuck is this dream? Oh, we get to... Oh, we're dreaming of Hobbs Barrow. Is that the moon? Or is that just like the glow? What are we seeing? Huzzah, indeed. Ooh, that's a lot of sound. Bubby, don't do it. I can tell Baloo is thinking about flying right now. What? Who's this? Is it the goblin? Goblin Jim? Goblin Jim!
Hello, Thomasina.
What is this?
Dad?
Who are you?
Father?
I'm the one that saved your father.
What do you mean?
You were here 25 years ago.
My father?
You were deep down with the others. You were there, and something went wrong. I dragged him out.
Impossible.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
I don't understand.
Believe my words. You'll find proof in morning. Now go.
I got chills.
One more thing. This is not a dream.
Second day. How do you say that word, guys? Expiscore. Expiscore? Expiscore? What the fuck was that word? I've never seen that word before.
Goodness, that was a terrible sleep.
Yeah, I don't think we slept. I think we got, like, teleported to some goblin realm. It was really pretty. Right? Yeah, it's a really pretty game. Same voice as the drunk lad. I sounded like it, right? We knew shapeshifter were about. Right? It's the cat. This reminds me of Cat Lady. Oh, Cat Lady! I couldn't get through that game. It was so depressing. But yeah, similar vibes. Similar vibes, like very story rich. Point and click. Cool stuff. I should try and finish Cat Lady, because I was enjoying it. I just wanted to shake the main character. Not because I couldn't feel for her. I felt too much for her. Game is amazing. Yeah, I have to give it another try. Maybe offline. Yeah, it's a lot. It was a lot. Really good for what it's worth. The ending is uplifting. That makes me more intrigued to play. That is good to know. Thank you, Nox. It was like I was triggered. I was triggered as hell during that game. But really beautiful, and the animations are gorgeous. A book?
What's this?
With a little stone.
There's a strange stone strapped to the cover.
A chicken? Chicken liver nuts. Day 1. Arrived after a decent day's ride from Bakewell. This is a curious place. Locals seem distant. I'm to meet my local contact tomorrow, so it will be an early night for me. I shall try to keep a diary of my stay here and not give up by 3 days of the excavation. As usual. Despite the thrill of possible new discoveries, I cannot stop thinking about my dear wife and wonder if I should have left her in her current state. I must have faith that she will conquer this bout of illness. Day 4. True to form, my journal has been abandoned. Let that not speak for the excitement I feel for this excavation. After much preparation, we dig tomorrow. Such an exceptional site with unique history. As for the dangers, we shall meet them head first. We are prepared. I also sought out a local wise woman yesterday, and she provided me with a tincture for my beloved's nausea. Gravidarum. I am sure she shall be pleased with it upon my return. Lo, a place of miracles, a planted seed sprouted before our eyes and illuminated our path. Nature's laws hold no meaning here, but I clutch my tablet with the knowledge that it shall end this. Rho, theta, epsilon. 10? What? We found the code was simply in the singularity of the characters. All eyes must face towards the 7th archontic. P, rho, theta, E, something, epsilon, 10. No, that's not 10. Is that 11? That's 11. All eyes must face towards the 7th. I'm gonna take a picture of this just in case. This feels like a puzzle. What? The entire Devil Came Through Here series by Remy is worth playing. Each game of the series handles a different aspect of mental health care. For example, Downfall is about eating disorders. That's really cool. Downfall is one I wanted to play next in that series. I think it's the prequel though? I know I didn't start with the right one. Or does it really matter? Each game can stand on its own. Okay, but they are like tied into each other to some degree. It's really cool. Downfall. I didn't hear about Downfall. I know I have Cat Lady, and I also have... It's someone's name. Lorelei? Is Lorelei same maker? I think I have that one too. When the sun and the 2 moons meet, the guardian shall be defeated? Hold up, what in the... Okay. 2 snakies go Nami on the moon. Okay. A dead language reveals the path. For thou art the moon, the chief of the stars. Listen to the things that I have said. Follow the words of my mouth. Reveal thyself to me. Moon, stars, listen, mouth. I heard a whisper not once, again and again. I will pour out my spirit. I will pour out my spirit. I will pour out my spirit.
It appears to be a journal, full of hogwash. I don't recognize the handwriting. Maybe Stanley knows more about it.
The existence of the universe, and sometimes characters can randomly meet for a scene or two. Oh, that's cool. Oh, cool, cool, cool.
Good morning. How's your head, Miss Bateman? That were quite the tune you treated us to last night.
To be honest, Stanley, I felt better. I take it you slid this journal under my door?
I beg your pardon?
The journal, Stanley.
I certainly did no such thing. Nor could have anyone else. You're the only guest staying here.
What's the meaning of all this? Do you propose that it manifested itself out of thin air?
Well,
Why would anyone wash a hog? He might be telling the truth.
I'm sorry. I just don't understand how else it could have got there.
The goblin gym, dummy. Stone?
What do you make of this stone?
That's a funny-looking thing.
It's got a chicken on it.
It's got a cockerel on it.
A cockerel.
Yes, but have you seen anything like it?
Never.
Dream.
Do you ever have strange dreams, Stanley?
Me? I sleep as sound as a baby.
I had one such dream last night. It was so vivid.
What were it about?
Yeah.
I was at Hobbs Barrow.
Oh?
But everything was different. Great peaks soared in the distance. And there was a creature.
A creature, you say?
Yes, a short, robed fellow, eyes as black as pitch. It told me that my father had been there in Hobbs Barrow many years ago, but something went wrong, and the creature helped him escape. It said that I would find proof in the morning.
Oh, the journal! You've had a premonition, lass.
Please, Stanley, I've no time for that nonsense. But I'll admit it's a strange coincidence.
Now, what did I tell you about Hobbs Barrow?
That I should leave it alone?
Aye.
Hogwash.
Your dream reminds me of a story from my childhood. An old folk tale about Hobbs Barrow.
Folktale, tell me the folktale.
What is this folk tale you mention?
I want that.
Well, when I were a wee boy, there were talk of a goblin.
Goblin Jim.
They say he lived inside Hobbs Barrow.
Hey, Raven.
Hence the name, Hobbs Barrow. Hob, coming from hobgoblin, of course. Unfortunately, I don't remember anything else about it.
I was told not to believe in such fairy tales, Stanley.
Don't close your mind to such things, lass. I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you more.
Perhaps, if I ever meet him.
Concluding that the goblin did it is not the most rational thought a person would have. I mean, fair. Very fair. Hogwash is gonna be her tagline, and I need the Fae to introduce a hog that we need to wash. Yes. How you doing, Raven? Good to see you.
Are you sure there was no one else here overnight?
Without doubt.
How very, very peculiar.
So, what does it say inside?
Take a look.
Well, I can't make head nor tail of it.
Neither can I.
Maybe someone else in the village can help you with it.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
I wonder if Mr.
Good morning, Mr. Kemp.
Good day,
Mr.
Miss
Braden
Tompkins.
would know
I'm here for
something.
his lordship's paper.
Sorry, lass.
Braden.
Mr. Price hasn't dropped them off this morning. I heard he actually left the village yesterday.
Indeed, I can vouch for that.
Ma'am?
Good day.
Oh dear. His lordship won't be pleased.
My sincerest apologies, Miss Tompkins.
I'll come back in a few days. Ta-ra.
Goodbye.
I like that. Ta-ra. It's cute. Here to say that I'm starting to believe that full moon stuff, you're starting to believe in the full moon stuff the past night to night. Not sure. Had a full moon, and the last 2 nights, my neighbor has been screaming his head off. Seriously, he kept going until 1:50 a.m. today tonight. I'm not sure. Literally. Wow. Yeah, tonight is the full moon. I'm sorry your roommate's been screaming so much, though. That's rough. That is rough. Full moon does do things indeed.
Right.
Ooh.
I need to convince Mr. Bryden to let me excavate Hobbs' Barrow and find out where this journal came from.
Alright, what's on our to-do list? Look at all of our stuff. Can I look at the chicken? IAW. I am Wee-wee. It's the name of our save file. Little star and a cockerel. What else? We have this journal to do. Okay. I should be careful to leave no stone unturned, so to speak. Must convince somebody to convince him to let me dig. Ask around someone. Find out more about the mysterious journal. Investigate local folklore. Alright. Hi. Howdy.
Good day.
I'm still setting up my stall. Come back later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My beehole. Actually, do you want to check on our crate in the alley? Just... I wouldn't fucking trust.
I don't wish to carry around my heavy excavation tools.
Oh, look, it's Herbert.
I don't wish to wake him up.
This little shit. Hi, Wally.
Hello, Wally.
Go away! You gave the door back to my sister.
It wasn't very nice of you to bury her favourite toy, Wally.
I gave it to the fair folk, and you stole it back from them.
You don't really believe in fairies, do you? You're old enough to know better.
They're real, and thanks to you, I'm cursed.
There's no such thing as curses either, Wally.
Go away!
Hello, Wally.
Go away! I don't want to...
Okay, you really want to talk to me? Wee wee.
Nobody home.
Ma'am, your son is a little shit.
The road disappears.
Okay, we can't go this way. Blue moons make it easier to see all the naked bodies during the regular forest rituals, which might be a good or bad thing depending on one's personal taste. Amazing. Memory serves, full moon does affect Alzheimer's patients. Maybe. I feel like it impacts all sorts of different people in all sorts of different ways, but probably, definitely... I mean, yeah, it's hard to say. I do remember back when I still worked at a psychiatric hospital, full moons were always like a little bit more intense. Like the couple days leading and couple days following were just like a little bit more intense than usual. Mr. Long isn't here. Interesting. Interesting. And there I worked with
Mr. Long mustn't be in.
All different types patients. All different types. Is this... Hello?
No one here.
Does anyone live in here? How come no one's ever home?
I don't think anyone is home.
Oh, hi.
Good morning, Father Roach.
Ah, Miss Bateman. What a pleasure to see you again.
Have you tracked down Mr. Shoulder yet?
Don't get me started.
I'll take that as a no.
Indeed.
I think it's related to the whole sundowning thing. Has to do with melatonin production or something. Not sure. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much, like, research is done around it. I wish there was more, because it would be interesting and helpful. And both of those things are good, I would think. Stone.
What do you make of this stone?
I don't recognize the symbol from any Christian iconography. Did you make it yourself?
No, never mind. Do you recognize this journal?
What a tatty old thing. You ought to take better care of your possessions, Miss Bateman.
It's not mine.
Then whose is it?
That's precisely what I'm trying to find out.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I haven't seen it before.
What brings you to the square today?
I'm meeting a couple of young congregation members to go over some scripture. You're welcome to join us.
Thank you, Father Roach, but I have quite a busy day ahead of me.
We will be at St. Edmund's, should you wish to join us later.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
Oh yes, a rather important fellow around here. His vast land holdings give many a steady employment.
Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
Thanks.
The blacksmith looks closed.
Very quiet out today. Anyone in the church today? No. I don't know why I keep thinking it says box penis when it says pews. Box penis.
Thomasina!
What are you doing here, dude?
Good morning, Arthur.
You good?
You look a bit addled. Are you feeling all right?
I am not used to drinking as much as we did.
Aye. My head is pounding.
To tell you the truth, Arthur, I've had a somewhat puzzling morning.
Oh?
Someone slipped this journal under the door of my room.
Whose journal is it?
I have no idea. The text refers to some sort of excavation.
We haven't seen a dog.
Stanley must be playing tricks on you.
He swore his innocence. I thought perhaps you might have done it?
No, it wasn't me. That's for certain. Somehow I have a clear memory of last night.
Sus. Would love to have the confidence of adventure game protagonists and show random items to strangers just to ask their opinion on them. Right? Same. I know, she's such a cool character. Going up to random people being like hogwash. It's like, how bold. Goodness. I'm not trying to stick a square block into a round hole, am I right? Oh, I'll see. Raven. Teehee. Let's see. Journal.
I wonder who left me this journal then.
Mind if I take a closer look?
Please, go ahead.
The writings of a madman.
I don't disagree. Did the sketches mean anything to you?
No, not at all. But they turn me stomach. You might want to show this to Mother Mildred.
Who the fuck is that?
Who's Mother Mildred?
Some think her a witch.
I love
witch?
her.
Aye. She might be able to help you with the symbols.
Where can I find her?
She lives alone in a little cottage within Herne Wood here. You shouldn't have too much trouble finding her.
Thanks, Arthur.
I want to see a cottage. Oh, because those guys, we couldn't get there yesterday.
What do you make of this stone?
It's a good shape for skimming across water.
True.
What is it?
I'm not sure. It was strapped to the cover of the journal.
How mysterious.
Why do I always have to go and look up new recipes and I want to make them? What are you looking at, Laura? Which recipe?
I had a splendid time last night.
Aye. I even remember most of it this time. Thanks for listening to me going on. I really appreciate it.
The feeling is mutual. Thank you too, Arthur.
Aw, hooray for friendship.
Shouldn't you be manning the station?
The line is down. Track damage between Bewley and Bakewell. No trains for a day or more.
Does that mean I'm stranded here?
For the time being, Thomasina.
Capital. Why do people think Mother Mildred is a witch? Just because a woman lives alone in the woods doesn't mean she flies about on a broomstick.
No, we do.
There's more to it than that. They say she lays with demons.
Who are they?
Oh, you know, local folk.
Hogwash.
Some also go to her for potions and spells.
Spells? Come now, Arthur.
Truth be told, she's a nice old lady. I sometimes see her foraging in the brambles around here.
Will she burn at the stake sometime soon?
You might think us backward in Bewley, Thomasina, but we're not that backward.
Sorry, Arthur. I only meant to tease. Goodbye.
Ta-ra!
Someone mentions a witch, narrator, ghost attention is aroused. It is. Pasta fra Diavoli and Jambalia. Jambalia? I don't think I've ever had Jambalia, but fra Diavoli is good. Demons are chill as fuck, and sometimes they're really hot. I know, she's so skeptic. It's just me and Luna hanging out in this cottage. What's happening? Thomasina getting triggered as fuck and just denying
dear,
it.
Come say goodbye to your father. Come on now, don't make him wait.
But in a good way. She used to believe.
I don't want to.
Look at her boobies.
Aren't you going to miss me?
I hate you, Daddy.
Those are strong words for such a little lady.
I want to come with you.
We've been through this, little bird. You can't come with me this time, but we'll go to 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢 next month. I promise. Oh, what a dig that shall be.
I hate you.
Well, I love you. See you soon, little bird.
Oh, I just got itchy from that. Why can't it ever be fade to black? I know. I have to flashbang everyone. It's rude. I know. Rough words of a kid. Those are gonna be... I hope they're not the last words. That's sad. Oh, Pokemon Sleep tracks full moons? How are you liking that app, Christmas? I installed it, but then quickly... I didn't understand how it works, so I didn't keep it. Squirrel! Mother Mildred. Me too.
Please, forgive my intrusion. Are you Mother Mildred?
Some call me that. I prefer Mildred Walker, given as that's my name.
Apologies. Thomasina Bateman. I think we met at Bewley Station.
I take it Panswick's men have cleared off. Good riddance.
Yeah.
Those ruffians would cut their own noses off if he asked them to. I recognised you the moment I laid eyes on you at the station.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, yeah, it's quite a striking family resemblance. You have your father's eyes, Miss Bateman.
You knew my father?
Such piercing blue eyes he had. What a handsome young man. William.
He was here, in Bewley.
Oh, yes. A long time ago, mind. 25 years by my reckoning. But I'll never forget those eyes.
Sounds like you wanted to fuck my dad. An editor once told me that fade to white means it's a flashback or a dream, while fade to black means the end of a scene. It's all about color coding, apparently. Interesting. That makes sense. That makes sense. Entei event is this week, and they're nice enough to always do events on the first island you unlock. That's nice. That's good. My father.
Why was my father in Bewley?
You were helping Samuel Bryden excavate Hobbs Barrow.
You must be jesting.
Do I look like I'm jesting?
How did you come to meet my father?
One might say I have a reputation in these parts. Folks from all around come to me for help with their ailments. Hernwood is abundant with flora that, if mixed correctly, will cure almost any ill. Your father must have caught wind of this, as one day he came to me, asking for a cure.
A cure for what?
Your mother were with child, and she was suffering the most terrible nausea.
Adam.
I made something to help her.
The journal. This was entered in the journal. It belongs to my father.
What journal?
Take a look at this.
Woo!
A passage recalls meeting a local wise woman to seek a tincture for his beloved's nausea gravidarum.
Aye, that's me. I made the tincture for him.
This is incredible.
You don't recognise your own father's handwriting?
It's been so many years since I've seen it.
Stone.
What do you make of this stone?
I-A-W. I haven't a clue. Perhaps it's an old folk trinket, or a talisman of some kind. The moors are steeped in folklore.
What can you tell me about the excavation?
Well, not much. I only met your father twice. The last time he asked me if I knew anything about binding magic.
Binding magic?
He said he needed it for the excavation.
Hogwash. My father is a man of logic and reason. Why would he be asking about such nonsense?
Because he saw something.
Perhaps you don't know him as well as you think you do. Anyway, I know nothing of magic and told him so. He seemed disappointed. I never saw him again, but I understand the excavation went ahead. Samuel Bryden hanged himself not long after. Reason enough for you to stay well clear of that place.
Finger sores can sleep. You want to give it another chance? I might. Nausea gravidarum. I know that term. It's not pregnant woman vomiting. Yeah, morning sickness. I guess it's a fancy word for morning sickness. Destroy her with facts and logic. Listen to the old lady. Don't go dismissing her now. Yeah, right? Did we know that Bryden hung himself? Samuel did, yeah. Well, no, not hung himself. No. We just knew he went mad and died. We didn't know he actually hung himself. That's new information.
You never saw my father again after the excavation?
No, I always assumed he just went home.
Who excavated Hobbs Barrow alongside Samuel Bryden and my father?
From memory, it were just the two of them.
Binding magic?
What do you think my father meant by binding magic?
I've no idea. He didn't explain more, and I didn't wish to pry.
This just doesn't sound like my father at all.
You'll have to ask him yourself.
I'm afraid my father has been incapacitated since I was a child. He cannot speak nor move.
Terrible. Oh, I'm sorry.
You said that the flora here could cure almost any ill.
Almost, my dear. But your father's affliction sounds beyond my abilities.
Goblin?
The landlord of the Plough and Furrow told me about a folk tale associated with Hobbs Barrow. Something about a goblin. Are you familiar with it?
No doubt there is such a tale. Name any beastie you can think of, and someone round here will have a story about it.
My thoughts precisely.
Third man?
Charles Bryden mentioned there was a third man involved in the excavation.
Is that so? Well, you'd best ask him about it. He knows more than I do.
Leonard's shoulder?
Can you tell me anything about Leonard's shoulder?
Is he still alive?
I know of him, as is the nature of such a small town. I also know he invited you here.
Little escapes you, Miss Walker.
So they say. My path rarely crosses with his. Let's put it that way. But he's a nice enough fellow.
I see.
Lord Penswick.
Do you know Lord Penswick?
I know his labourers make a mess of these woods, the brutes. The man himself hasn't graced me with his presence.
You've never met him?
Not since he were a wee lad. A maid brought him to me with a sore stomach. It were all the rich food they were feeding him, nowt more.
Thank you for your help, Miss Walker.
Crazy.
Miss Maitland?
Oh.
Yes.
remember what I told you when we first met? You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
Why?
Something terrible happened to Samuel Bryden in that barrow. Whatever they found down there, I'd wager it got to your father too. Tell me you won't disturb Hobbs Barrow.
I can't make that promise, Mildred.
Can't say I didn't warn you. There is something unnatural about that place.
We must seek to understand the world by rational means, Ms. Walker. One cannot abandon reason.
Flashback? Flashback.
Thomasina! Thomasina, come here this instant.
I'm playing with Josephine.
She can wait. This is very important.
Bring your doll with you. Can I take my doll?
I'll be back soon.
Oh, no, okay. Just leave your doll outside. I would never.
What is it, Mummy?
It's your father.
Daddy's home?
No, my dear. I must go to Bakewell with haste. Miss Bowes will look after you whilst I'm gone. Is that clear?
Where's Daddy?
He's had an accident.
What happened?
He's come off his horse.
Silly Daddy. Will he be all right?
Of course he will be fine. Your father is as strong as an ox, but I need to go collect him, all right?
Can't I come too?
No, dear. Miss Bowes will look after you.
But I want to come.
Go pick up your dolls, then come inside, all right?
Yes, Mummy. Josephine, it's time to go inside now. Where did Mummy go?
Thank you for the stretch and hydrate, Christmas. No, we just learned that. No worries, Christmas. Ooh, D&D quest idea. That's fun. But what happens when rationale of reason abandons us, as it sometimes do? Hey, Trance, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, too. Thank you again, Christmas. I could use it. I'm so resin?
The resin has set somewhat. It's firmly gripped to the stump.
Can I chisel some of that off?
I've collected some waxy resin.
I don't know what we're gonna need it for, but it's there. Anything else? No.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
What's that about? What? Okay, Arthur.
Arthur, you won't believe it. The journal belongs to my father. He was here in Bewley. Arthur? Hello?
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to remember something.
What is it?
I'm not sure. Something in the woods. It will come back to me.
Something?
You say your father were in Bewley?
In the woods?
Yes! Mildred said that he helped Samuel Bryden excavate Hobbs Barrow 25 years ago.
Well, I'll be. Let's talk about it tonight at the plough.
That's fine, Arthur. We'll talk later. I hope you piece together your memories.
What are you trying to remember? Super busy of late. Yeah, it happens. I'm glad you're doing well. Well, maybe it wasn't dumb, Christmas. Why do you call it dumb? Had a day off today and got a tattoo, but now I'm tired as hell and I only had 3 hours sleep last night. Ooh, it sounds like you need a nap. Normal ghost activity, collecting goo in the forest, yeah. Yeah, you know. I don't know D&D stuff, words to explain it. No worries, no worries. You just definitely possessed. He had that. He was giving possessed, yeah. He was. He seemed a little possessed for sure. What's on the list now?
Hello, dear.
Good day. I believe we've met.
Miss Thomasina Bateman, the famous antiquarian.
My reputation precedes me.
I can assure you it does.
And you are?
James.
Are you a painter?
You see this beck before you. Look at the water. See how it tumbles and falls.
He doesn't say his last
I
name.
seek one spot on which my eyes can rest, be it a stone or a small corner of the current. I meet it with my gaze, and out of the tumbling and falling, a new land rises. I see a new world.
You certainly have the eloquence of an artist.
Is this Lord Panswick? Why isn't he saying his last name? He was giving Blair Witch vibes. A little bit, yeah, a little bit. A lot of it. I had a 10-minute nap while getting the tat done. Apparently, I was poked in the chest to wake up and greeted with a coffee from my tattooist. That's lovely. Old Broken Swords. Defo checking this out. Yeah, it's a good game. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
What are you painting?
A new world.
Quite the ambition.
Indeed, my ambition knows no bounds.
Can I see it?
Not yet. It's not finished. Such a world is not complete without you in it.
You flatter me, James.
Nonsense. Say you'll let me paint you.
I haven't even seen your work. What if you can't paint?
Don't fret, my dear. You shall be the shining star of my new world. When the time comes, I shall call on thee.
What do you make of this stone?
It looks antique. You might want to keep a hold of it.
Do you know of Barrow?
I'd like to know more about you, Thomasina. What time do you like to rise in the morning? How do you like your tea? What makes you happy?
Well, I like to rise early and watch the sunrise.
With
your
husband, I'm sure.
No, I'm currently unentangled.
Unentangled.
Such of you should be shared with at least a lover.
Love that.
Do you deem yourself fit for this position?
Indubitably. But do go on. How do you like your tea?
Hot, with just a splash of milk.
No sugar, of course.
No sugar.
It rots the teeth. Your smile is as dazzling as the Himalayan snow.
Oh, James.
And finally, what makes you happy?
So curious.
Spending time with my father.
I should like to meet him.
Perhaps you will. And you, James? I propose the same queries to you.
All in good time. My truths will surround you in good time.
He's Mr. Panswick.
Do you know Leonard Shoulder?
A man of Bewley.
He has to be.
Yes.
I care not for the men of Bewley. Only for the visitors.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
A fine gentleman. Now that is someone who commands respect.
Do you know him personally?
No, I don't think anyone can really claim that. But what a tiring subject. Shall we discuss something a little more
He changed the
exciting?
topic.
Goodbye.
See you soon, my dear.
It's very forward. It's a lot. What's this way? Ah. I need to go this way. Yeah, we're going the right way. Okay. Yeah, he wants to paint like one of his French girls. Tee-hee.
In memory of Percival Roach. In memory of Peter Black. In memory of William Ager. In memory of Barnaby Tillett.
We know
in
that
memory
name.
of Mabel Hurst. In memory of In memory of Benjamin Garkham.
We don't know all these names.
In memory of Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet. In memory of Millicent Smith. In memory of Henry Crozier. Hello?
What? She looked like a fae folk. The painter is a fae? Perhaps. It could be glamoured. Be like one of your Barrow goblins. Please. Please. I know what this guy sounds like. He sounds like the demon Raphael in Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, he does. Similar. I wonder if it's the same guy or they have very similar voice. So I just wrote in a painter into the quest idea I just got now. Ooh. A thirst trap is when... Wait, what? Not sure what the right word is. Must take a will save if failed to be compelled to drink the nearest liquid, even if it's something like lava or poison. So it can be customized. Get it? Thirst trap? Oh, got it. Oh, that's really funny. Actually, that's really clever, Christmas. It's very funny. It is clear enough. At first I was like, wait, what are you talking about? But I'm like, oh, the D&D thing. That's amazing. It's not dumb at all. Not dumb at all.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Did you see a young girl with blonde hair pass by here?
No, lass. There you are. Are you Thomasina Bateman?
I swear to God. Didn't like that smile. Who's asking?
No, why do you ask?
Oh, I'm rather desperate to find her. I invited her all the way out here, only to let her down.
Are you Mr. Shoulder?
Aye, I am.
Heavens! I'd given up on finding you.
Sorry, I don't follow.
Apologies, I'm not sure why I lied.
Me neither,
I am
actually.
Thomasina Bateman.
Oh, how marvellous.
Well, I didn't like his
Please, take a seat, Miss Bateman. We have much to discuss.
You've proven to be quite the enigma, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm mortified. I offer you 1,000 apologies. You see, I've been bound to me bed these past few days with a terrible fever.
How dreadful. I take it you're feeling better now?
Aye. I were on me way to find you when I stopped here to catch me breath. I've not much go in me these days.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I were worried you'd have given up on me and left town.
I had no idea what had become of you, Mr. Shoulder. I spent a good amount of time pounding on your front door.
I'm embarrassed. I really am. I've been doing my best to sleep through the fever. I am so very sorry. Please accept my apology, Miss Bateman.
Fine, Mr. Shoulder. I've come all this way. Let us speak of the business at hand.
Marvellous.
I've just learned that my father was part of a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow some
Bob
25
being
years
so
ago.
funny.
Why didn't you mention this in your letter?
What? Where did you hear that?
I have my means.
I swear, Miss Bateman, I had no idea.
I take it you will also deny delivering me my father's journal?
I'm confused. What journal?
My father's journal was slipped under my door at the Plough and Furrow. It wasn't you who did this.
I've been bound to me bed, lass. What an extraordinary coincidence. You are following in your father's footsteps.
Yeah, that
It
almost
seems
got
so,
him
Mr.
killed.
Shoulder.
A burb. Just need to make sure something funky is nearby. Also, totally something a fae would do, for sure. Even kind of... Lava seems excessive. But it's funny. I did a curse at the start of my current campaign to encourage the characters to stay together. I made them have to breathe water every morning at sunrise, so they had a little reason to go and deal with that. Oh, yeah, 18... They're fine. Oh, let's give him his white glove.
Is this your glove?
I've been looking all over for that. Where did you find it?
In the alley behind the plough and furrow on the night of my arrival. Were you there?
As I say, I've been bedbound for several days, Miss Bateman.
How odd.
Can I please have it back?
Here.
Thank you.
Why did you invite me to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
I've always been curious about the colourful folklore surrounding the place. My father told me all sorts of stories about it when I were a wee fellow. Stories that some folk around here take a little too seriously, especially after those lads entered the Barrow a while back.
What can you tell me about the previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Oh, it were 25 years ago, or thereabout. Back then, Bewley were undergoing a period of great strife. Samuel Bryden hadn't harvested a single crop for 2 seasons. Even Hernwood was sick. Berries went to rot almost as quickly as they grew. Folks started to believe the ground were blighted. Disease spread through the livestock too. People were going hungry, a panic set in.
That sounds terrible.
Aye, but I managed to keep myself fed. These things happen in nature, but the blame for it all fell on Hobbs Barrow. It was long said that a goblin made his home there. A rumour took root that the goblin were not best pleased with the villagers. In revenge for some unperceived slight, the goblin placed a curse on the soil itself. The villagers believed that ridding the Barrow of its lodger would put an end to it all.
Hogwash. My father would have paid no heed to such tales.
Whether it were his intent to join the excavation when coming here, I do not know. But whatever it were that Samuel Bryden and those lads did inside that barrow, people say it did the trick. The crops started to grow back, and health returned to the livestock. Bewley were no longer in the grip of dark forces. You must understand, folk here are a superstitious lot. They don't want you disturbing whatever it were those lads did. As far as the villagers are concerned, the problem were fixed. The thought of another excavation must be conjuring panic that you'll undo whatever it were they did.
This does explain a lot.
And it's also why I'd venture nobody around here wants you to touch the place.
Except for you.
I want to know what's there.
Surely you don't believe these tales of goblins and curses to be true?
Not at all. However, I suspect those lads did find something in the barrow. But did it have any connection to failing crops and dying livestock? No. I can assure you there's nothing to fear. Coincidence reigns supreme.
So what do you think they found?
That is for us to discover, Miss Bateman.
Miss Bateman.
Who was the third man who joined my father and Mr. Bryden on the excavation?
I'm afraid I don't know. Although I'd heard about the excavation and I were intrigued by it, I mostly stayed at home during that time. The atmosphere in the village was rather too tense for me liking. And besides, the excavation were undertaken with an air of mystery about it.
She might really like watching hogs, yeah. Yeah, I kept myself fed awfully quickly with that explanation. True. We need to wash a hog to uncover the truth, I think.
How did you know about me?
I saw your interview in the Bakewell Times. A young lady travelling about the land, digging up barrows. Perfect for the job.
But why do you wish to excavate the barrow?
I want to see what those lads found in there. My curiosity has grown over the years, and now it is time for the mystery to be solved.
I must say I am rather eager to find out what's in there myself. I've managed to find Hobbs Barrow, but Mr. Bryden is yet to give me permission to excavate.
Is that so? Keep trying. You'll relent eventually.
Perhaps you could have a word with him.
Oh, no. A lovely young lass such as yourself has a better chance of changing his mind than a shaky old goat like me.
You told me in your letter there would be no issue gaining access to the Barrow.
I didn't foresee any when I wrote to you. I'm sorry this has been more complicated than anticipated. Don't give up yet, Miss Bateman. Keep trying with Mr. Bryden.
Did you know my father?
I don't believe
As
so.
in 5 minutes.
What's his name?
William Bateman. He was in Bewley for at least a few days, from my understanding.
I'm sorry, lass. The name doesn't ring a bell.
Are you sure you had no idea of my father's involvement in the previous excavation?
I'm quite sure. A most fascinating coincidence, but nothing more than
What
that.
if he's
I'm
the
starting to
goblin?
wonder if it's more than mere coincidence, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman, I did not take you for a credulous individual.
I'm none of the sort. Tell me more of this folklore you mention.
It is said that Hobbs Barrow is home to a goblin. Everyone in Bewley has some version or another of this story. But the version my father told me as a child described the Barrow as a thin place. The goblin were deemed to be the guardian of this so-called thin place.
Thin place?
Tell me more about this goblin.
Some said he were a mischievous little mite, snatching newborn lambs and smashing windows with pebbles. Others said he were friendly, there to lend a helping hand in times of strife. The latter of which makes it all the more surprising as to why the previous excavation took place. My father's stories put the goblin in the mischievous category. 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫, he called the creature. I recall one such anecdote, that 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫 entered Bewley and ordered a pair of boots to be made by the cobbler. However, when collecting them, he insisted on paying for them with a bag of sows' teeth. The cobbler was so scared of angering the goblin that he accepted.
A colourful tale indeed, Mr. Shoulder. Has any explanation been offered for why this 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫 cursed the soil?
Your guess is as good as mine, lass.
Thin
What is
place.
a thin place?
A place where one can walk between worlds, where the flesh meets the spirit world. Just superstition, of course, as you will know.
Hogwash. Changeling is taking the ZX identity, which is why he's so scattered? Maybe. Be cool if there were changelings in this. Very cool.
I had a peculiar dream last night. I met a creature at Hobbs Barrow. I suppose you might say it was a goblin. It told me it had saved my father from trouble inside Hobbs Barrow. I'll admit the coincidence of this is somewhat astounding.
A remarkable coincidence, but nothing more than that.
But there is still one thing that puzzles me. The goblin told me proof of its claims would await me in the morning. Surely enough, I awoke to find that my father's journal had appeared in my room.
Very queer indeed.
Mr. Shoulder, you invited me here, to a town I'd never heard of, only for me to discover that my own father was here 25 years before. And not only that, but that he was also embroiled in some sort of superstitious hysteria which goes against everything he ever taught me. Something is wrong here. This must be more than mere coincidence.
It's strange, I'll give you that. But please remember who you are, Miss Bateman.
I am Miss Bateman.
This is my father's journal.
Incredible. Can I look inside?
You may.
Look at these drawings. Wonder what it all means.
You and I both. It all feels very out of character for my father.
I should find a hogwash sound
you'll
alert.
find the answers beneath the soil, Miss Bateman.
What do you make of this strange stone?
Yeah, only one thing,
Carving of a
Thomasina.
cockerel.
Yes, it was strapped to my father's journal. Do you think it could have something to do with the previous excavation?
Possibly, though I'm not aware of the motif having any meaning around these parts. We're peas of the same pod, Miss Bateman.
Are we?
I knew you wouldn't be frightened by a few old stories. It will be interesting to see what those lads found in there.
Certainly.
Thank you so very much for responding to my letter and for coming here. We have some great discoveries to make, you and I.
I sincerely hope so.
And a chance to follow in your father's footsteps. Right, time for me to shift.
Hopefully not literally.
I'm to take me a spot of the plough and furrow. I'll be there all night should you need me assistance.
Thank you, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm sorry again for giving you the runaround. I promise I am not beyond redemption. I won't let you down again. See you soon.
Where did that girl go, though?
I was starting to wonder
Eternal,
if Mr. Shoulder
hello.
even existed.
Do I have a mod in chat who can shout out Eternal for me? How are you doing? What, me old English bros? Yeah. How are they doing? Do these sound authentic? Oh, I guess I get to sit in this. Here's to Margaret Tillett. Oh, we got to get an achievement for that. That's nice.
The day was starting to test me. The word coincidence felt insufficient to explain what was happening. It was after that first conversation with Leonard Shoulder that I started entertaining thoughts of a truly irrational nature. What if my dream wasn't just a dream?
He said, Goblin Jim said it wasn't a dream.
What if it was all more than simple coincidence? What if that thing really could help my father?
Maybe it could. Oh! Hello?
Good day, little one. Hello? What's this? A fiddle bow? There's no string.
Okay, let me just give you a quick little shout out, Eternal. How you doing? Doing good? Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing well. And yeah, I'm vibing. This game is so fun. Really, really enjoying it. Truly, truly. Thomasine is played by the same voice actor as Karlach? No way!
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
I could hear it.
Don't be shy. I don't mean you any harm. What are you doing out here all alone on the moors? Do you live here?
Are you gonna stab me with your bow, or try to?
Would you like me to fix your bow so you can play your fiddle again? Yes? Hey!
The Devil's Toe.
Most peculiar.
We need to ask her
I
at the
can
bow.
mend the bow for her.
How do I do
If
that?
memories of my childhood violin lessons serve me right, bowstring is made from animal hair, coated in a waxy resin.
We got the waxy
strings
resin.
don't vibrate without it.
We just need animal hair. Hi, chicky chickens. Can I go in here now? Okay,
Mr. Shoulder told...
Alright, yeah, we can't break into people's homes.
What a peculiar name, the Devil's Toe. I can't quite see the resemblance myself.
Guess you've never looked at some toes. Because her voice sounded so familiar. It is familiar. Stab, stab. You're the village of this game inspired by a place very close to where I live. There's a place called Bakewell that's like nearby this place. So it's near a place called Bakewell, and I think Rafi is saying Bakewell's like real? Or there's something around Bakewell that's real? I could be wrong. Hi. Oh, Bakewell's real. Yeah, this like takes place right outside Bakewell.
Mummy?
Mummy lost her
Get away
mind.
from the fire, Thomasina.
What are you burning?
Nothing. Just waste. Now go inside.
Mummy?
Get away from the fire, Thomasina.
I'm fucking fine. Mom lost her mind. Cool. Can I go this way?
Abrax. Mummy, what is this?
Waste. Burn it.
Mummy? Mummy? Yeah, I think she is. I admit, that wasn't the voice actor I would have immediately associated with this performance. Yeah, same. Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, I don't know if Bewley is real. If Bewley is a real place. This character's from London, so I know that's real. He's totally burning Daddy's notes on the Barrow. And yeah, Hobbs Barrow is a real place. This game is inspired by the lore around Hobbs Barrow. Hey, FLCL, welcome in. How are you? Hey, Mr. Bryden.
Good day, Mr. Bryden.
Miss?
I'll
stop you there. I know what you're going to ask. No, I haven't changed my mind. There'll be no digging here, lass.
But
Mr. Bryden, allow me to explain. There has been an astonishing development this morning.
Yes?
My father was with your brother during the excavation.
Oh.
Yes. Can you believe it? I had no idea he had been here.
The answer's still no, lass. I saw what happened to poor Samuel. I won't risk the same happening to anyone else.
But...
That's enough now. You can feast your eyes on that hovel to your heart's content, but there'll be no digging.
Where's the goat? Oh, here's a goat. Oh, okay, I can't do anything to interact with the goat. How do we find animal hair? London is real, or so they say. It's actually based on real lore or old wives' tales. Yeah, like local folklore. Never been there, so I have my doubts that London exists. I've been there. I quite enjoyed it. I have a shovel and patience. You have to sleep sometime, old man. Oh my God. Everyone's like, can you just die?
Mr. Bryden is right there.
Yeah, he won't let me in his home. Why can't I have Skyrim logic?
No, that won't. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission.
I can't.
No questions. I'm not interested.
But...
Off with you.
Been to London twice, and I'm not sure it's real. I mean, it did feel just so pretty. It's like hard to believe it's real, you know. But the countryside more so. The countryside is so pretty. Are you fucking...
Good day.
I'm still setting up...
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're slow. Okay. think. Where do I find
I
excrement?
certainly don't wish to touch it.
Why not?
I shan't be...
What if it has hair that we need in it? We need like horse hair or something, right? Isn't violin usually like a horse?
Horsehair would make fine bowstring. She almost took my head off.
You should get your... We can get our string. We need like a scissor or something.
I don't wish to lose an eye. I'll have to gain her trust.
Can you pet her?
I don't wish to lose... I'll have to... I don't wish to wait.
So I guess I can buy... Well, I can't buy anything. I have no money.
Good day.
Hey up.
𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫𝔰. I think my friend is mad at me. He told me he wants to open up a video game anime themed bar. I told him he should name it the brewery. He hasn't talked to me in a couple days. That would be a very silly reason to be actually mad at you. It's such a funny name. Yeah, I don't know why she thought it was a guy who just like, boom. Put the trowel up his bum. Instant horsehair. Trust me. Well, we can try. No harm in trying. I feel like we need like a scissor, right?
Does the name 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫 mean anything to you?
Never heard of it. What is it?
I don't even know.
Never mind. Look at this, Mr. Crozier. It's my father's journal.
Oh, aye? Why are you showing me?
Did you slip it under my door last night?
Goblin
Have you
Tim
gone daft?
did.
Why would I have your father's journal?
Never mind. Did the sketches inside mean anything to you?
Looks like a load of rubbish to me.
Rude.
I found out my father visited Bewley 25 years ago. William Bateman, perhaps you remember him?
I would have been just a lad. What were you here for?
That's what I intend to find out.
Excavate Hobbs Barrow. You know this.
What do you make of this stone?
Don't look like out to me.
Are you familiar with any local folklore?
Oh, aye. The old cobbler used to tell me some right stories. Swore he sold a pair of boots to a goblin when he were a young man.
A goblin, you say? I take it this cobbler was a regular at the Plough and Furrow?
Never drank a day in his life. Sober as a judge. Have you been to the Devil's Toe?
Yes, I'm familiar with the cairn.
Some say they've seen the goblin's daughter there, playing her fiddle.
How peculiar. I met a girl near there earlier. She gave me this broken fiddle bow.
Ha! Well, you've experienced the local folklore firsthand then, lass.
Do you know any other stories about this goblin?
I don't have the time to be standing here gossiping about old wives' tales.
Apologies. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Well, he didn't give me a scissor like what I was hoping to get.
I should apply this to the string first.
They don't have string. How do we get string? We're just gonna come across scissors on the floor? You have a
Good day,
scissor I can
James.
borrow?
My dear.
Goodbye.
See you.
He doesn't have anything I need. My dear. Oh.
I shan't be visiting the Badgers again. I was lucky.
Hi, little fox. Aww. No, nothing? Do you have any horse
I can't think of anything else. What are those berries you're picking?
An ancient breed, no good for eating. However, they do have some medicinal qualities.
I see.
Okay, it's useless. Oh! I guess we could try at the bar again. I feel as though in that situation there would indeed be some harm in trying. Probably. That's how they do it down in Bakewell Town. Just shove trowels up horses' bums. Maybe this walker has scissors or shears. She collects herbs after all. She doesn't. I know, and it was a good idea. It was. Attention! Bewley Station is closed for the time being due to track damage between Bewley and Bakewell. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Midland Railway. Is there anything... Also something to... Or just something to feed the horsey with. Because we have to earn its trust, you have to feed it. You know? We don't have money to buy anything. So...
I don't need to go in there again.
Oh!
Mr. Long mustn't be
wrap
in.
Up soon. Alright. There's shoulder.
You found old Leonard, I see.
Yes, finally.
That's a knife.
Goodbye.
See you.
Goodness me, I can't budge it.
Be careful, Miss Bateman. You'll cut yourself. I spent all morning trying to get that bloody thing out. I shall be having words with that scoundrel next time he shows his face.
Food time. Enjoy your food and thank you for the lurk.
Curses.
We have our very own Excalibur. It's all yours if you can pull it out, King Arthur.
I don't think I have anything I can use to even aid in that. A chisel?
I do not wish... No.
I trowel it out?
The knife is stuck.
Interesting.
I've had some rather unbelievable news, Stanley.
Oh?
Use the book to smack it out, maybe.
Remarkable.
Quite the coincidence, is it not?
Remarkable. Just remarkable.
Do you recall my father from back then?
It's
I'm
Carlac.
afraid not. Those were my droving days, you see. I didn't spend much time in Bewley, but an interesting turn of events nonetheless.
Mother
What
Mildred.
do you know of Mother Mildred?
I'll tell you what I know about Mother Mildred. She wants locking up.
How so?
She owes me a small fortune on her tab from years ago. Do remind her next time you see her, won't you?
I'd rather not get involved, if you don't mind.
Be careful who you trust, Miss Bateman.
Miss Tompkins.
Who is Miss Tompkins?
A housemaid in the employ of Panswick Manor. She comes by to pick up his lordship's weekly paper.
I'm surprised newspapers are available in Bewley.
Aye, his lordship gets what he wants.
Lord Panswick likes to keep up with affairs from outside of Bewley.
Aye, he has many interests around the country.
That guy had to be
What
him.
sort of interests?
His lordship's affairs are his own business.
So, a bunch of Brits and a crank Scottish farmer sounds period to me.
Does the name 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫 mean anything to you?
No, I can't say it does.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Hello again, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman.
I've still not been able to gain permission to excavate from Mr. Bryden.
Is that so? Perhaps you could show him something that might change his mind.
I've still not been able to gain permission to excavate from Mr. Bryden.
Is that so? Perhaps...
Oh.
What else can you tell me about this 𝔖𝔦𝔯𝔢𝔫𝔰?
Try not to worry yourself. Leave those to the locals.
Oh, okay.
Have others spoken of goblins appearing in their dreams?
A dream is a dream, that is all. They merely make for good stories.
I know.
But to answer your question, no, not to my knowledge.
Thank you.
Aye, miss, we will speak more.
How do I get that out?
I don't need to...
Anything in here I can use?
I've hung my side from that.
Sounds a nice...
There's nothing else.
How do I get horsey? Let's see, what's say to do? Leave no stone unturned, so to speak. Get permission. Get more stories. And fix this fiddle bow. Well, this might actually be a good place to wrap up for now. Leave not turned unstoned. Exactly. Oh my god. Oh. Alright. I think this is actually a great place to wrap up. And we can find our person to... What's it called? Raid. I'll have the time to.